To Success Masterclass. I am here to present to you a system that works. First, let me ask you, does anyone have the time? Time. What time is it, sir? 3:45? Thank you so much. Everyone, please take note of the time. So we're talking about time here. What about time? Time is not for sale. No, it is not. Time is not anything that you can buy back, not even for $1, not even for a penny. Time is precious, like a precious gem. Time. Guess what? Remember the time. Let me ask you something. Do you mind if I take you for a little ride? Yes. Everybody likes rides. Yes. So we're going to take a ride, but the ride will be at the amusement park. The ride that we will be going on is a roller coaster, right? So everybody, let's move forward towards taking this ride. So this ride that we go on, again, like I said, it is a roller coaster. And most times when you go to the amusement park, the roller coaster is the longest line at the park, right? So you're standing there for what seems like hours, not seems, but really is long hours to get on this ride. So as the ride approaches, I want you to make note before we get on this ride that when you get in, you buckle your seatbelt, the attendant will close the bar, the safety bar, for you to sit and be safe. So now that we are all buckled in, everybody make sure you're buckled in. Buckle in, hold on to that bar for safety, and let's go on this roller coaster ride. So as you ascend to the top, you're thinking, yes, this is fun. We're gliding. We are in bliss. We are going thinking happy thoughts. But then when you get to the top, what happens is that you take a deep drop. As you take a deep drop, you're saying, oh my goodness, what is going on here? Everything is going really fast. I feel uncomfortable. So yes, I'm feeling uncomfortable. Could somebody please stop this ride? Oh my God. Can somebody hear me, please? Can you slow down and stop this ride? And you're twisting and turning and twisting. And as the ride is coming to a close and you are slowing down and you're touching yourself to see if you're still okay. Yes, you're still okay. You are still okay. The ride comes to a close. The attendant comes to the car to lift the safety bar. The safety bar is lifted. Guess what? Again, you're touching yourself to feel that you are okay. You are okay. You will exit the ride. You will exit the ride still feeling safe. So imagine life. Imagine life as if the experience was exactly like this roller coaster ride. You were going up slowly with a blissful ride, and everyone's laughing, right? And then you got to the top, and you took a deep dive. That deep dive was an experience, a traumatic experience in your life, and it twists. The ride will twist. The ride then turned. The ride flipped and went all different directions, and you were starting to become uncomfortable. You were starting to doubt. You were starting to fear. You were upset because you were uncomfortable. It's like, where am I? Why am I here? This is not anything that I like. I did not sign up for this. So imagine life. How do you feel? How do you feel right now? You just experienced traumatic experiences. It was a bit scary, right? It brought uncomfortableness to your stomach, to your mind. You began to feel emotions that you are not used to having, right? So, what happens to that? You became frustrated because you wanted to slow down. You didn't anticipate the twist and the turn so much. But again, this is a roller coaster ride. Sometimes in life, we feel ashamed, right? We feel ashamed and we are too afraid to tell anybody about our experience because we don't want anyone to look at us like we are incompetent or to say, oh, what's wrong with you, right? So then you may go through feelings of depressions because you start to isolate yourself and not become friendly with anyone anymore. And you're thinking everyone is doing something to you, but honestly, you are doing something to yourself because you are experiencing thoughts which are giving you emotions that you are uncomfortable with and you are unable to cope with them at this present time. So you are embarrassed. I don't want anyone to know I am here, not a person. How did I get here? In life, we go through trials, tribulations. We go through events of horror, uncomfortable terror, and periods of uncomfortability that take us to the place where we think we are in sinking sand. Do you think you're the only one that's here? Do you think that you are the only one that has experienced these feelings, these emotions? Guess what? You are not. My name is Ilyasa Simpson, aka Coach Illy. I am a relationship strategist. I am in the business called the freedom business, right? The business of helping you free your mind, free your body, and free your soul. I too have been through uncomfortable situations that made me feel like I was turned upside down, like my life didn't matter. I have experienced being in a room full of people thinking that I am invisible, that my voice cannot be heard. I too have been through situations where I was heartbroken and left with the pieces unable to be able to put back together my life. And I sat in a period of darkness where I just could not breathe. I was in a place where I could not breathe. Can somebody help me? But I looked around and I saw no one here. So I thought, is this you? Type in the chat. This is you. You have experienced these feelings that I am expressing. Is this you? Type freedom in the chat. Freedom. Who wants freedom today, right? Let's talk about reclaiming your life. Reclaim your life. Become empowered. You do not have to sit still feeling like you are in a pond of quicksand. No, you don't. Become in a place to find your peace. Express yourself as you like, right? Express yourself to feel peaceful. Let go of all the weight that's weighing you down. Give it up. Say no more and keep going. You will feel the place that you want to be, to learn to say no establish a boundary, establish non-negotiables. You don't have to feel any way of guilt, not a day more. Learn how to say no. Increase your focus. How many people have been sitting, daydreaming, night dreaming, wondering if you can go on? We're going to increase your focus here. Stop being stagnant and let's get some results. How can we get results, you say? Guess what? I have created a system to get you from your there to here. Or some people say to get me from my here to there. How do I do this? How do I do this? So let's talk about strategy. Let's talk about putting the pieces together again. Let's talk about getting up to say, I can, I will, and I must. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about 5 steps to success masterclass. This is the strategy. This is the intervention. This is the work that you will put in to become a better you. So let's ask ourselves, who is this perfect for? This is perfect for the person who is sick and tired of being sick and tired. This is for the person who is tired of feeling inadequate, who's tired of feeling inferior, who's tired of feeling invisible. Remember, I said I was in a room full of people, feeling like I was all alone. How many of us here have experienced that feeling? We are not invisible. We are here. We exist. Stop feeling tired that you are ashamed. Who felt ashamed of all the trials, all the mistakes, all the bad decisions? We have to give ourselves permission to forgive ourselves. Who's tired of feeling frustrated? Who is tired of feeling hopeless and helpless? So if this is you, remember time? Remember in the beginning, I asked someone, what was the time? Time is priceless. Guess what? We no longer have the time to waste, to not allow ourselves to grow, to develop, to become the best parts of ourselves. We have to dig in. We have to roll up our sleeves. And sometimes we have to dig into the ugly. Guess what? Ugly doesn't stay ugly. If you approach it with the right strategic intervention, your ugly can become very pretty, right? So we're going to get pretty. We're going to get pretty with our 5 steps to success masterclass. Now, we're going to gain confidence. We are going to be empowered. We are going to embrace self-love, self-care. Find your peace. Everybody deserves peace, that freedom, right? Find your peace. Become organized. A lot of times we are just disorganized and dysfunctional. So we just all over the place and we just can't get it together, right? So we're going to learn to become organized. Increase your focus. A lot of times we are just not focused. We are constantly distracted, right? So when we get distracted, we miss the point sometimes. All we have to do is get to the goal. We have to set goals, right? And I'm going to teach you how to do that. We are going to increase our focus, right? So what role will you play in life is the who, what, when, where, why, and how. And there's also something called checks and balances. So it's not what you expect from me. It's also what you should expect from yourself, right? Because everything ends and begins with you. So I ask everyone, can you please come to this table? Come to the masterclass table to develop a new mindset. Come to the table to be committed. See, sometimes we say this is what we want, but are we really committed? Are we willing to show up for ourselves, right? We have to be accountable. Accountability is a strong word because a lot of times what we do is we turn our head and act as if we are not doing, but we are really doing it. So we have to be accountable for our behavior, right? So we also have to be consistent. Learn to be consistent. Just place one foot in front of the other and walk through that fire. Guess what? When you know what you know, you can walk through the fire and know that you will not get burnt. That brings us to our belief system. What do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Do you believe in yourself, or are you waiting for someone else to believe in you and then give you the accolades? Guess what? Sometimes, most times, people are not going to give you validation. Validate yourself. Show up for yourself. Sometimes you have to believe in your vision where no one else can see your vision. Sometimes you have to show up and hold on tight, just like we were on the roller coaster ride. We were holding on very tight, waiting for this ride to stop. But now we do not have time to wait anymore. Now is the time to get up and keep walking through that fire. As sometimes they say, keep swimming. As sometimes they say, keep on walking, keep on living, right? Guess what? As I fell in to a place of darkness, now I stand in front of you today in a whole piece of me. Not just peace, but peace, P-E-A-C-E, peace. You don't have to pick up the broken pieces. Sometimes people say that, but I'm letting you know it's okay not to pick up the broken pieces. It's okay to not turn around to yesterday. All I'm asking you to do is take the time, become accountable, become committed, believe in yourself, and just turn the page. Just turn the page. Your next chapter is waiting for you. Remember the time. Yesterday, you were sitting in a place of despair. You didn't trust yourself. You didn't trust others. You isolated yourself. You were in quicksand. You were in places of darkness, totally unorganized, confused, and functioning in your dysfunction. Now is the time. Your next chapter is waiting for you. Turn the page. Do not put off tomorrow what you can do today. Turn the page. So if this is for you, I need you to type in the chat right now, #you. This is for you. Because this was for me. I couldn't find myself. But I said, no more. No more will I feel that I need to be by myself. No more do I need to be validated. No more will I sit in spaces of darkness. No more. I have to stand up to fight for me. I have win in me. If motivation does not show up for you, you have to show up for you. So if this is for you, 5 Steps to Success Masterclass is your answer. Allow this to be your answer. Remember the time. So who is next, right? Who's next? So get started today. I am Ilyasa Simpson, and I thank each and every one of you for stopping by to hear my system that is waiting for you to start today. Make today the end to your yesterday life and the beginning to your new life. You deserve it. It's all about your win. Thank you so much. I am Ilyasa Simpson, Coach Illy, the relationship strategist.
This energy while not having any forward progression or movement towards your goals. If you feel that way or have felt that way, I am your number one solution to help you to conquer the overwhelmed. My name is Leslie Lattimore Warfields, and I am the CEO and founder of Girl Organize That Life, a unique coaching productivity program designed just for you. My 20 plus years of motherhood and extensive military service has allowed me to develop proven systems that will help you to improve time management, develop goal skills that will actually help you to get them accomplished, and to help you to keep yourself a priority while doing it all. If you are ready for a true sense of purpose, decreasing stress while optimizing your success,
and a CTR, a click-through rate, and a PPC. What do all these terms mean? Well, if you are new to this digital marketing social media space, you may feel like people are talking a whole nother language, but I'm here to help. I am Miss Nina B. Abdul Wakil, and I am the founder of the Social Media Success Network and the Dean of the Social Media Success Academy. It's the #1 leading training and development organization for new speakers, coaches, and authors to help them understand this whole digital marketing and social media space. So I invite you to check out the information on socialmediasuccessacademy.com
to be part of this platform with Successfest 21. Successfest 21. Got the shirt on. And, thank you to Trevor Otts and his team for allowing us all to come together in this space, all the speakers, the trainers, entrepreneurs, to come in this space and really to learn and to have some educational engagement. And hopefully I, of course, can be of some type of value and add impact to your day. We're looking forward to giving you a lot of tips and strategies on different things within this particular workshop that's coming up. And I'm so excited to be a part of it and share a lot of information. So let's get down to it. My topic is your health and wellness is key to success and longevity. Health and wellness is key to your success and longevity. Who thinks that's a good topic, especially in today's dynamics? So, how many of you out there are ready to improve your overall health? How about those health goals? How are they looking? Have you ever wondered how your health would be without the chemicals and toxins that we could breathe and we consume every day in our food and beverage products? And wouldn't you agree that your health and longevity is important? During the workshop, I'm going to be talking about my ultimate health and happiness mastermind program. It's an awesome program, 7-week program, where we are really going to get to the nitty-gritty about some things to uncover or actually discover regarding your mindset, your diet, and your exercise. So in a moment, I'm going to share the power of positive affirmations with intention and purpose using our alphabet, right, to enhance your mindset. Also, possible tips and strategies to promoting a healthier lifestyle. First, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself within this brief moment of time that I have. I'm from the south side of Chicago, the windy city of Chicago. And upon graduating from college down to the University of Houston, I worked in corporate America within the hospitality industry, within Fortune 500 companies, and I served in different capacities in terms of sales and food and beverage operations, health and wellness, but really dietary and nutrition. I got involved in the health and wellness space a little later on. And within that tenure, I developed a lot of skills and met a lot of people in our industry. But at some point, I needed to make a pivot. And that pivot was very important to me because I know most of us have made pivots before, yes or yes, right? Well, my pivot was getting out of the corporate America grind, at least what I thought was the grind, working from 8 to faint. But I was able to actually make a good pivot and co-own a healthy franchise concept. And in that healthy concept, we focused on high fiber, high protein, low carb meals. No fried foods were served. And, the purpose really was to educate the marketplace because I know America needed a wake up call. I think today America has hit the snooze button. I'm pretty sure you have hit that snooze button regarding your health from time to time. And so trying to really serve in a bigger way. In that process, we learned about the importance of, labeling and nutritional content on packaging because it's so important in today's world that we understand what we're consuming on a day-to-day basis. And of course, everything is done in moderation. So we all have to make pivots, right? And in that relationship within that restaurant lasted some years, but I also know I wanted to serve in a bigger way. And in that process, I learned about more about being in the health and wellness space. And I wrote a book. I wrote a book, as I mentioned earlier, called Battleground Cancer, award-winning author of the book Battleground Cancer. And it was really about, educating and bringing awareness to the world about proper diet and nutritional content in food and beverage consumption. And you see, the foundation of that book was regarding the loss of my parents to cancer. You see, I lost my father to pancreatic cancer, and I lost my mother, my hero and my shiro. I lost her 6 years later to breast cancer. So for me, I really wanted to connect with people because I know many people out there in the world have lost a loved one, a parent, someone that they truly care about. And I wanted to connect with people and bring my story to the forefront and let people understand the journey. I know many people probably have been in my shoes or know someone who's been touched by cancer. So of course, my parents meant the world to me. I dearly miss them. I miss their parental touch, their love, and of course, and their guidance. So the question is back to you now. Why do most people in our country have health challenges? Why don't some people educate themselves on the nutritional content of food and beverage products? And can you buy back time you lost with your health? Meaning it could be challenging, right, to bounce back from health hardships. So especially if you've eaten foods laced with sugar and high fructose corn syrup. And which life would be better for you? A sedentary lifestyle or a healthy, vibrant lifestyle? See, you must invest in your health. You must show up for your well-being, show up for your well-being and success. And it could be challenging to be, I'm going to use the word repair mode. However, being in prepare mode can be more rewarding to your health. See, we've been in repair mode since COVID began, and we're still struggling and we have our challenges today as different variants come about. And it's very challenging right now. The world has really shifted and we have to shift with it. And so we have a lot of challenges and uncertainty dealing with our health and our mental health, right? And so you have to be aware of those things in today's dynamics. So I'm not downplaying anything regarding, of course, the vaccine. You know what? But I will say this. I wish the medical and scientific community can find a cure, for cancer, for AIDS, even the common cold. Bottom line is we must do our part and be vigilant to continue to stay healthy during these turbulent times. And we must keep the faith because we all know this too shall pass, but we must be patient. And it's up to ourselves, it's up to us to decide how this is going to go, right? So what are your drivers? What are your drivers for a better, happier, and healthier remainder of 2021 going into 2022, right? So I want to talk about three important things as it relates to health and wellness and your longevity. It's the mindset, right? That powerful muscle between your ears, right? And diet and exercise. So it's really about promoting a healthier lifestyle. And so with that mindset, I am very I'm very involved and in tuned to using affirmations with intention and purpose. So regarding mindset, you know, these are very I like to use different, of course, affirmations. And so it's very important that you stay in tune to that. Um, I will say this, we can't wish our way back to better health, right? We need more of a backbone, not a wishbone. We need more of a backbone, not a wishbone. So regarding the mindset, I like to use alphabet. So I want you to close your eyes if you can, or just work with me. You ready? Here we go. We want to say these things with intention, and purpose. I am able, I am blessed, and I am chosen, and I am delivered, and I am exceedingly prosperous. I am exceedingly prosperous. I am fearless. I am guided. My favorite, I am healthy and I am healed. We can go down the list. I am a new beginning. I am an overcomer. I am protected. I am qualified. Right? You use these affirmations with intention and purpose, and they can go a long, long, long way. But more importantly, regarding the mindset, also keep in mind to have an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude. I have a gratitude journal, that it's around here somewhere. I keep it around to journal and do certain things to keep me going throughout my morning, afternoon, and night. I write things in there in the morning and I look at it before I go to bed just to keep me grounded, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about having, of course, that attitude of gratitude and about mental awareness, being cognizant of your surroundings and understand where you are. Be in the moment, be present, and really tune into your higher self, okay, regarding that mindset. And next, regarding the diet, I know that's the big D word we talk about, the diet, because there's so many diets out there, right? Well, a couple things we want to stay away from. Number one are GMOs, genetically modified organisms. And those are tomatoes, potatoes, corn, soy, golden rice, canola, and squash, just to name a few. See, we want to eat organic or natural sources of food free of pesticides or toxins. Next, you got to be mindful of the bigger term that's really invisible to the eye, of course, which is high fructose corn syrup and nitrates and nitrates. So anyway, I don't want to get too scientific on you, but I will say these compounds, right, serve no nutritional purpose or value, and they're used in the production, processing, and preservation of all the products we consume. So high fructose corn syrup can destroy our bodies and our metabolisms. It's linked to diabetes, obesity, and heart disease, right? And it's been known to drive inflammation, which is associated with an increased risk of cancer. So you have to understand that it's very important regarding that diet that you keep it tight. You keep it tight. You stay away from certain things, and we want to start eating clean and green. I know you all heard the term eat clean and green. Another good source of working on a diet is drinking more water. I prefer alkaline water and teas. Most teas eradicate the toxins that are within your body. They serve as an antioxidant. You can drink black tea, green tea, red tea, white tea. I enjoy even putting moringa in my smoothie, right? And sea moss, which also really boost your immune system. Moringa and sea moss boost your immune system. So the next thing is really really simple, but it can be challenging for most people. It's about the exercise, and there's a lot of studies out there that indicate, 20 to 30, maybe 20 to 40 minutes each day will improve your blood flow, will release endorphins. And exercise is so important that we have to do it each and every day. I'm also a tennis coach. I enjoy cardio interval training. I enjoy jogging. I enjoy just living that active, vibrant lifestyle. And sometimes it may be challenging for people, especially in today's standards, right? Because the gyms were all closed last year. So you have to be able to maybe use what you have in your home and create your own home gym. Use your body weight. You don't even necessarily need dumbbells, right? You want to be able to use your own body weight and do different basic calisthenics just to keep you going. So mindset, diet, and exercise. Those are 3 steps to really elevate your well-being. And see, ladies and gentlemen, my purpose really is to empower people to manage their mental, physical, and spiritual well-being, to enhance proper dietary, nutritional standards, right? To educate one consumer at a time, and to really transform their unhealthy choices into a vibrant lifestyle. I'm here to serve and really to enhance your journey. And so, regarding the Ultimate Health and Happiness Program, when you get involved with our workshop, top results are going to be improved nutritional choices, improved focus and strength, more energy and vitality, and improved quality of life. See, your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. And once your health is gone, wealth means nothing. Remember Steve Jobs, a brilliant human being that changed the global landscape with one word, Apple. And he died of terminal cancer. Wow, just think if he was still here engaged in the technical space. So it's time to upgrade your life, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to upgrade your life and be more fulfilled. You want to reset, redefine, and repurpose you for a healthier, vibrant lifestyle. I want you to connect with me at jeffcade360.com. That's jeffcade360.com, JEFFCADE360.com. And you'll be able to connect with me on my social media outlets. And you can go to www.battlegroundcancer.com. That's battlegroundcancer.com, just to get some little more information about me, about the book, if you want to get the book. But just understand also that it's very important to keep your health first and foremost in your mind, to keep that relevant. It's very important. And lastly, I look forward to seeing you at the Success Fest 21 workshop. We have a lot of material to share with you. I'm very excited to be a part of this. Thank you again, Trevor Otts and your team, for providing this platform. And ladies and gentlemen, have a great day. Live and be well. God bless. Connect with me, jeffcade360.com. Take care.
It was a Saturday morning, I would say about 8 or 8:30 or so, and I felt like I heard a stampede. And I know I wasn't dreaming, because it was actually a stampede of my many children in my home, ranging from age 21 to 6, all coming at me at the same time, bum rushing me. Mommy, 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 I need. Turn on Paw Patrol, turn on SpongeBob. I need help with my basketball jersey. I have to go to basketball camp. And on the one Saturday, I think I could sleep in. Also, at the same time, the phone starts ringing and dinging, the computer starts pinging. And at this point, my mind is completely racing. And I said, the off chance that I could sleep in on a Saturday, and this is how my day is going to go. Some people would consider 8 or 8:30 early. Some people would consider it late. Military people would consider it late, because usually by 9 o'clock, we have completed items that takes a person a whole entire day to do. But in this case, on this Saturday, I consider it to be very early and disturbing my peace. So why am I saying that to you? I'm pretty sure that this is typical in many households
there's a whole bunch of distraction and things going on. And though it may not be as many children as I have, we all have that thing that's called busy, 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 fast paced. And as a mom of 12, yes, 12 children, while serving on active duty as a senior officer alongside of my husband, who is also a senior officer, we can certainly appreciate what it is to be busy, what it is to understand chaos, what it is to feel like you have so many things going on at one time, and how are you going to direct yourself? And so in that, I'm specifically talking to moms and mompreneurs who are managing husbands, careers, families, businesses, and things of that nature. However, some of the ideals that I will share with you today will apply to anyone's life in any aspect of their life. And let me say this. If we decide to have a laser focused methodology in maintaining order and discipline, we're bound to have the success that's going to propel us to the next level. And let's be clear about something else. We are not always going to be motivated. However, we should always strive to be disciplined. And what does that mean? When we have something that we have to do it even when we don't feel like it, if we're tired, and sometimes when we feel like we're overwhelmed. And so today we're going to talk about those things. My name is Leslie Lattimore Lorfields, affectionately known as L3 to many. And today I just want to transport your mind to a space and place of conquering the overwhelm, perhaps running your home and having the mindset of running your home or life like a Fortune 500 business. And so we're going to talk about that. And one area of focus that I do want to talk about today that has certainly helped me is to understand having good emotional intelligence. And that's what we're going to talk about today. And then as we're going along, we have to understand what is good emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to control one's emotions and to deal with your interpersonal relationships empathetically and judiciously. And sometimes the question is asked, is emotional intelligence inherited, or is it innate, or is it genetic? There's studies that are still going on about that. But what I can say is that emotional intelligence is absolutely paramount in being successful personally and professionally. Some background: cognitive intelligence has been found in twin studies to be among our most inheritable traits, highly influenced by genes. Nevertheless, the nurture side of the picture can make all the difference when it comes to developing and shaping your skills. Is this true for other abilities? Now, to go into emotional intelligence and to give you some understanding and some points to walk away with, let's break this down further. We'll talk about 4 components of that, and then we'll talk about how to apply it and how to be successful and how we can use good emotional intelligence to conquer the overwhelm when we have so many things going on in our lives. So the 4 areas are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. So a couple of areas under self-awareness: emotional self-awareness, the ability to know yourself and understand yourself. I'm guilty of this. Have you ever found that you've had some energy that may not have been the most positive, and you're wondering why am I yelling at the dog? Well, it's because you had something that happened maybe a day ago or a week ago that you quite haven't dealt with, right? And so the part of having good emotional intelligence is being able to know yourself and to recognize when there's something else that's really bothering you, but it manifests in other ways. Another thing, accurate self-assessment, understanding your strengths and weaknesses and their effects. Now, in this case, I choose to not say weaknesses, I like to say areas to refine. Because one part of understanding yourself is knowing what your potential gaps are, because we all have them, and knowing how to mitigate them and being aware of them, okay? And then another piece under this first quadrant, self-confidence, having faith in yourself and being willing to put yourself forward. That is such a big deal, because many of us walk around with limiting beliefs. We walk around thinking, well, maybe that's too big, or maybe I can't do that, or no. We have to get rid of the limiting beliefs and be confident that everything in us that we need to succeed is already in there. We already have the power to do it. And so be careful walking around with those inner voices telling you just the opposite. Don't be sold to that. Part 2 of emotional intelligence, self-management. Emotional self-control. This speaks to the importance of having the emotional maturity to control your feelings and expressing them in a way that is key and that is appropriate. That is so true. Just talked about that a second ago. Being able to compartmentalize something else that may have gone on that's manifesting in another environment. So being in control of that and being able to express yourself in a way that it can be received properly. Achievement. Being goal oriented, being able to work towards your goals, being able to set realistic goals, attainable goals. Now, I will say this, everyone under the sound of my voice right now, understand it is healthy to dream. It is healthy to dream big. So you can have big goals, but I think what's going to help with that is to have attainable goals that leads to that big goal. Therefore, you are maintaining that good emotional intelligence. You're not becoming overwhelmed because you have these lofty goals and feel like they're out of reach. Have the small ones leading up to that big one. That helps you to conquer the overwhelm also. Initiative, being self-motivated and having the ability to keep working towards something despite setbacks. That's part of that being disciplined. That's part of that pushing forward even when you don't feel like it. And it's part of going forward even when things are not quite going your way. Adaptability, showing resilience and being able to change course when it's necessary. Now, how many of us know that if it's on your job, it could be in your home, it could be anywhere where you have laid out this beautiful plan and it really doesn't go as you thought it would. Adaptability takes place here. Being resilient, being able to be flexible, being able to reconnect yourself and recenter yourself. Okay, plan A did not work. Now let's go to plan B. That reduces stress, which helps to conquer the overwhelm. Part 3 of emotional intelligence, empathy. One of the pillars of the ability to make connection with others, understand and acknowledging others' emotions. That is so big, especially with everything that we have had going on this past year with COVID and having to be virtual or having to not see your friends and family, and understanding each other and that we all have our different struggles. Though our struggles may not be the same, they're still struggles. And it's important that we understand and have empathy towards one another. Believe it or not, that reduces stress. Organizational awareness. This is the ability to explain yourself well and be aware of how you're being understood, as well as sensing the level of comprehension of your audience. And so when dealing with, I'll use me for an example, when dealing with my children, I have to know which child am I speaking to get this task done. And that what works for one child may not work for the other child. The same for you. What works for one employee may not work for the other employee. What works for one situation may not work for the other situation. And so it's important to have organizational awareness and knowing your audience. Part 4 of having good emotional intelligence, relationship management, inspirational leadership, like being a good mentor, role model, and authority figure. It's important that we reach inside ourselves, and first, before we can inspire others, sometimes we have to inspire ourselves so that we can be that inspiration to other people. Be a good role model, be a good example. And part of that is going back to one of the first points, recognizing whatever your deficits may be and your gaps, and being honest and transparent about that. And in that, being your authentic self in the process. Influence. Articulating points in a persuasive way and clear, and that motivates others. Not only do we want to inspire, we also want to be able to influence. And if you are influential, you can really move mountains. Think about if you have an idea and you had 10 other people to buy into your idea, how powerful that would be, how fast that idea can be developed, and how fast it can be manifested because you had the power of influencing people. Being a catalyst for change, recognizing and supporting the need for change and making it happen. We all know that sometimes, even in our own lives, me included, that we can get stagnant in some areas. But it's important, in order for us to really have growth, in order for us to really be able to have leaps and bounds, we have to have change. And we all know with change, there comes the area of discomfort. And that is okay. That area of discomfort is what's going to stretch us, what's going to pull us, and what's going to make us so amazing in being able to accomplish the things that we set out to do. Developing others, helping others to build their skills and build their knowledge base. What a treat and what an amazing feeling it is to know that I was able to pour into someone else based on my own experience. I was able to tell someone, hey, when you have 5 kids coming at you at one time, when you have your job in the military coming at you at the same time, how you can just take a deep breath and breathe and to be able to compartmentalize what needs to happen first. That's all part of having good emotional intelligence. That's all part of having the ability to conquer the overwhelm, because we're reducing stress in the process. Teamwork and collaboration, working with others in an effective manner. This all comes together, all culminates in the ability to work with each other, the ability to empathize with each other, the ability to be a sounding board, and the ability to even deal with conflict resolution, right? That happens even in your home or wherever setting that you may be. And if you have good emotional intelligence, you're able to get through all of that with poise, with ease sometimes. Not always saying it's going to be easy, but it certainly reduces the amount of challenges that comes with it. Social skills, awareness, warmth, emotional resilience are all aspects that contribute to our ability to maintain relationships. Over and over again, studies show that the degree of our connection with others contribute to overall happiness. And so to sum this all up, understanding emotional intelligence and having good emotional intelligence will absolutely help you to run your home and your business or whatever you have going on like a Fortune 500 business. Being able to be top notch and succinct and to the point, and being able to be a model for other people to follow. I always get asked the question, how do you do it? And having good emotional intelligence is my number one solution that feeds into everything else. I pray that this has been a blessing to you, and I'm always available if you ever need anything or have any questions on how do I do it. Thank you so very much.
Hello, everyone. I am Leonora Colley. I am here to inspire, to motivate, and not just inspire and motivate. I'm here to give you a nudge, to pull you from the place where you are at to a place of becoming active and really getting up and moving to where you're supposed to be. You have a great future and great possibilities, and I'm here to motivate you and spur you on to fulfill your purpose. So today I want to talk with you in this workshop session on how to maximize your potential. Yes, you were born with great potentialities, with great giftings, and you must fulfill your purpose. You must maximize that purpose. And so today I want to help you to navigate from where you're at to becoming a person that is maximizing your potential and causing you to live your best life. Your best life is awaiting you, and you need to get up from where you are, get up from that place of stagnation, get up from that place of dormancy, and arise to fulfill your purpose and maximize your potential. So I hope you have your pens, pencils, notepads, iPads, whatever electronic device you might want to use to take some notes and to really commit to changing your life. My friend, the change that you so desire, the change that you are hungry for, the change that you're thirsty for, can only come when you rise up and make that shift. And I'm here today as your coach to encourage you and to give you the tools, to give you a toolkit that you can use to move into that next place in order to maximize your potential. So let's get started. I hope you're ready to get the tools so that you can maximize your potential. And so when we talk about maximizing potential, the first thing that we need to look at and the first thing we need to uncover when we talk about maximizing potential is looking at self-discovery. Self-discovery is looking within you. And so we cannot really maximize potential if we have not discovered and really know who we are. So the first question we need to answer is the who question. That's the first question, the who question. Who am I? And so that is your definition. Who you are is your definition. So you have to answer that. Who am I? And who you are is not what you do. It's not what people say that you are. Who you are is who your creator has created you to be. And so you need to look within in order to really answer that question. Who am I? Why am I here? So the first thing is the self-discovery. If you do not answer that who question, you can't really maximize your potential because you have to know who you are and become confident in that. And then you begin your journey of maximizing your potential. So you have to look within in order to know who you are. And as you look within you, you will discover who you are because your creator deposited inside of you all the giftings, all the potentialities, all the passions that you need to discover who you are. And so I want to encourage you, if you have tried to define yourself, define your who by looking at others or trying to imitate others, today is the day that you stop because you are unique. You are different. You are special. You were created to fulfill a particular purpose. And so as you look inside of you, you will discover your potential, why you're here. You'll discover your giftings. You'll discover your strengths. You'll discover your weaknesses. You'll discover your passions. And so as you look inside, as you self-discover, you will become aware. And that word aware is huge because it's a journey of self-awareness. So we begin by looking inside, self-discovery. Who am I? And as you delve into looking inside of yourself to discover who you are, you will actually become self-aware. You will become aware of who you really are. And so many times we fail to really maximize potential because we are not aware of who we are. And so self-awareness is a realization, coming to knowing who you are, who I am, and really looking through the lenses of who am I in relation to my personal self and relation to others. And so you become self-aware, and that process is through a process of objective looking at oneself, and also reflecting and looking at who you are. Who am I really? Who am I really in relation to myself and in relation to the world around me? Becoming self-aware. And so when you become self-aware, you become aware of and you become sensitized to your weaknesses and to your strengths. And I know sometimes we don't like to talk about weaknesses, but hey, you have to know your weaknesses so that you can know which area to focus on. And I know there is a theory or a thought process that says focus on your weaknesses. But in order for you to really maximize your potential, you need to focus on your strengths. So when you do the journey of self-discovery and you become self-aware, that self-awareness will uncover, it will unearth for you, it will bring to surface your strengths and it will bring to surface your weaknesses. And so I want to encourage you, in order for you to maximize potential, you need to work on honing, sharpening, improving your strengths. And the other thing that the self-discovery and the self-awareness would really bring to surface is it will bring to surface your passions. It would really bring you face to face to who you are and your passions. So your passions, as you discover your passions, and I know you would say, hey, I have so many passions. I have so many giftings that I can uncover and discover as I go through the journey of self-discovery. But I want you to focus on one. Focus on that one passion that ignites the superhero inside of you. Focus on that one passion that ignites the most excitement and the most enthusiasm in you. And take that one passion and make it your bullseyes. Make it your bullseye. Make it your main focus. So I want you to type that in the chat right now. I am honing in on that one passion that turns me on, that excites me, that one passion that I can wake up in the morning and focus on that all day. And at the end of the day, I would have enjoyed my day. And so in the journey of maximizing your potential, my friend, you have to do the self-discovery. And as you do self-discovery, you'll become self-aware. And you'll become self-aware of what your passions are. And so you hone in on that one passion that is of paramount importance to you, that thing that will ignite this superhero, superpower in you, that thing that will begin to stir the creative juices inside of you. And you grab a hold of that and you hone in on that, and you take that passion and you begin to hone it, develop it, and then you can deploy it, because that's the road to maximizing your potential. And so from self-discovery to self-awareness, knowing what your passion is, and your passion is going to reveal your gift. Your passion is going to reveal your gift. Your passion is your driver. Your passion is the thing that drives you and pushes you forward and stirs you to press on another day. So your passion is going to reveal your giftings, okay? Your passion is going to reveal your giftings to you. And so you have a lot of gifted people in the world, but they have not self-actualized. They have not maximized their potential because they remain gifted. And so I want to push you today from a place of giftedness where your passion reveals your giftings. I want to push you to a place where you take that gifting that was given to you by your manufacturer, by your creator. He deposited that gifting inside of you. And so as you self-discover and you become self-aware, and the self-awareness will reveal your passion and your gifting. It will reveal to you your potential. And so as you use your passion to discover your gifting, I want to encourage you, I want to urge you to take that gifting and work on that gifting, improve that gifting, hone that gifting, and cause that gifting to become a skill. And so in order for you to take your giftings to make it a skill, you have to self-develop, you have to self-improve, you have to be disciplined. Ouch. Type in the chat, ouch, ouch, ouch. We don't like that word discipline. But in order for you to take that gifting and make it a skill, because guess what? People don't pay necessarily gifted people. They pay people who have a skill. For example, Michael Jordan, he had a gift and he turned that gift of basketball professionalism, and he took that gift, that love for basketball, and he turned it into a skill. And he turned it into a skill, and people pay for the skill, not just for the giftings, honey. So you can be loaded with potential and giftings, but that gifting and that potential cannot be maximized if you don't take the time to hone that gift, to self-develop that, to perfect it, to tweak it, to refine it. That's a key word. Refine the gift. And when you refine the gift, it will become a skill. And people will pay you for that skill. So somebody type in the chat, I am going to arise today. You will arise today and take hold of that gifting and begin to work it into a skill. And so it takes discipline. It takes discipline to hone the gift, to develop the gift, and to make it into a skill. And I want to challenge you. You have what it takes. You have inside of you all that's necessary to take your gift and to hone it, to develop it, to work on it, to perfect it until it becomes a skill. Because my friend, it's the skill that is going to cause you to maximize potential. It's the skill that is going to make people want your services, want to see that operate and function. And your creator, when he created you and deposited giftings inside of you, he expected you to cultivate the gift. That's your responsibility. Cultivate the gift. And as you cultivate the gift and you make the gift a skill, you are well on your way to maximizing your potential. Because someone, when you were created, your creator knew that you were the answer to someone's problem. And so when you develop this gift into a skill, you become the answer to someone's problem. you become the solution. And so that's where I want to take you, where you can move from a place of self-discovery, self-awareness, where you discover that one passion and you hone it. You make it your bullseye. You focus on it night and day, and you create that, you discover and unearth that gift. And you take that gift and hone it and develop it through self-discipline, through self-development, through self-improvement, and cause that gift to become a skill. Somebody just typed in the chat, today is the day when I begin the journey of taking my giftings and making them a skill. Wow. And so you were wondering, why am I so gifted and I'm not maximizing my potential? Why am I so gifted and no one wants to pay for my gifting? It's because you need to take another step in the journey, and you need to make your gifting a skill. And so it takes the journey of discipline, self-discipline, disciplining yourself to honing those skills, those giftings, those passions, so that they become a skill. Wow. And so when they become a skill, you're ready to share with the world and maximize your potential. Isn't that awesome? And so I want you to type in the chat, I must develop my giftings so that my giftings become a skill. And so when you develop your gift and your gift becomes a skill, that comes through self-discovery, self-awareness, and then your passion will help you to write a vision for your life. So you discover the gifting through self-awareness, and your passion is going to help you to hone that, to develop it into a skill. And then the skill that you have, you need to develop a vision for your life. You must have a vision, because without a vision, people perish. So having the skill is not just enough to maximizing potential. You have to have a vision. And my friend, if you don't have a vision, someone is going to create one for you. And guess what? They're going to take you with your giftings and your skills, and they're going to make you a part of their vision. So you need to have a vision for your life and for yourself. And so how do we do that? What is a vision? Your vision is your end game, your end goal. Your vision is your future projection, where you see yourself, where you see yourself actualizing all your potentials. And so there is a passage of scripture in the Bible that talks about vision. And it says, write the vision, make it plain so that the runner may read it. You are the runner, my friend. Yes, you are the runner. And where you're going to fulfill your purpose. You're going to the place where you maximize your potential. So you are on a journey of success. You are on a journey of success. You were wired for success. You were created for success. Your DNA was written so that you can succeed. Wow. And so you have the skill, but you need to write the vision. And so if you don't write the vision, my friend, it is only a dream. If you don't write it down, it's only a dream. And so when you write the vision, it becomes a reality. It becomes tangible. It moves from the place of the intangible, from the place of the dream world, into a place where you can touch it, where you can see it. And so when you write the vision for your life, you write that and you put it in a significant place. You put it in a place where you can see it every day. Maybe a place where you go to put your makeup on, or if you are a man, go put it into the place where you shave, or where you brush your teeth. Put that vision there so you can speak to it. Yes, you have to speak to it. You can call it out and it can speak back to you. So when you write that vision, because you have self-discovered, you've become self-aware, you have discovered your passion, your gifting, and you're turning that gift into a skill. But you have to write the vision. And as you write the vision and you put it in a place of significance, you use your mouth to declare that over yourself every day. So your words, although your words are invisible and intangible, your words create your world. And so you write that vision and every day you speak it into existence. And so every day when you call out to that vision, when you speak it out, you're actually connecting yourself with that vision. And so put the vision in a significant and a prominent position where you can see the vision every day and you can speak the vision and you can cause the vision to speak back to you. Because guess what? Those words that you have written or those words that you will write, your vision, they will speak to you. They'll say, child, it's July, it's August, it's September, and you wrote me in January. Get up and do something about me. So I want you to become so filled with tenacity that you develop your skill, you write your vision statement for your life, and you're writing a vision statement, which is your end game, your end goal, where you want to be, and also write a mission statement for your life. What is your mission statement? Your mission statement is, it says about your values and your core values and where you are at and how you'll get to your vision. So your mission statement says what you are doing right now. This is what I'm doing to get to the place of my vision, where I can actually maximize my potential. Woo! I feel like shouting right now because I feel someone is waking up. I believe somebody is waking up right now. You are saying, oh my goodness, I'm filled with potential. I'm filled with giftings, but I need to hone those giftings. I need to hone that and make it a skill. And I need to write the vision and allow the vision to become your blueprint, because your vision is your blueprint. It tells you, it keeps you focused. It's saying to you, it's speaking to you. And so your vision, you are writing it, you're writing that vision, and you're also having the vision as you write it, you're having the vision speak back to you. The vision is speaking to you. It's saying, girl, it's saying, guy, guess what? Get up and fulfill me. Get up. I'm calling to you to come and maximize your potential. And so make sure that your vision, when you're writing your vision, make sure that you're not writing someone else's vision, right? Oh, I see this person and I like how they function and I like how they operate, so I'm going to take their vision. No, you have a vision. Create your vision and make sure that your vision is in alignment with your passion, okay? Make sure your vision is in alignment with your passion. So, for example, if you have a passion for architecture, please don't write a vision to be an NFL player. No, they are not congruent. So your passion must be congruent with your vision. Make sure that the passion, the giftings, and the skill that you're developing is congruent with your vision. All right? So, and also your mission. And so when you have that congruency and they're in alignment, you are well on your way to fulfilling and maximizing your potential and fulfilling your purpose. All right. So you develop the vision, you write the vision, You put it in a prominent place that you can speak to it and it can speak back to you. And as you speak to it through declarations, through confessions, daily declarations. So if you have your vision on your wall, you open your mouth and begin to say, I will. And then you say what you will become and what you will do and what you will actualize. I will function in that area, in that space. All right. So, and as you declare that every day, what it does, declaration, the power of declaration is declaration actually calls your mind, it actually calls your brain and your every fabric of your being. It calls you to level up to the place of your declaration. So if you are, say you're always tardy, a way to change that is I am always punctual. I'm always on time. Your declaration somehow commands your body, your mind, and every fabric of your being to arise to the place of your declaration. All right. So get that vision written down. Somebody type in, I'm going to be writing my vision statement for my life today. All right. And so make sure it is congruent and it's in alignment with your passion and your skill. And remember, you're developing that gift into a passion. Rather, you're developing that gift into a skill. So create a vision for your life and don't allow anyone else to create that vision for you. You create the vision for your life because you did the self-discovery. You did the self-discovery and you did the self-discovery. And so you are now ready to know what your vision for your life is. You know it. You just need to write it. You just need to write the vision. You just need to write the vision. Write it down, and begin to declare and work towards fulfilling and actualizing the vision. Your vision is your guidepost to fulfilling your purpose. It helps you to stay on task. It helps you to stay on track. And it helps you to stay focused. Because guess what, my friend? There's several voices in the world. You can be watching television or you can be hanging out with friends and they come up with a vision for your life. Yes, they will. They'll be like, girl, or guess what, guy? This is what I saw. And I just thought of you because I think this is going to fit so well with you. And what you say, no, I already have a vision for my life because I wrote it out. Okay. So write that vision and allow the vision to be your guide. Let it be your guidepost to guide you. And so the vision, you're fulfilling your vision and you write it because we forget. We are human. And so humans forget. So when you write it out, it's going to help you to remember and to stay on point. Use your mouth to decree and declare what you want to see actualized in your life. If you reflect, if you just look back in your life, a lot of things that people have said, especially people in authority in your life, a lot of things that they have said over you or things that you have said about yourself, you're not walking in it. So if you want to change that, guess what? If you want to change that, change what you say with your mouth. Declare what you want to see. Declare that you're operating in success. You are maximizing your potential. And so moving right along, after you have discovered and you become self-aware and you are self-aware of your passions, of your strength, of your weaknesses, and you hone in on that one gift and make that gift a skill and you develop your vision, you might say, what about my weaknesses? Hey, guess what? You are just one person And don't try to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. So what you do, you hone those strengths and you gather around you people who are strong where you are weak. And so they become your collaborators. They become your helpers to helping you to reach up and fulfill your vision and your purpose and maximize your potential. And so you have the vision, you have created a vision, but then the vision is the end game, the end goal. How do you get from where you're at to fulfilling that vision? And so a great way is to develop a strategic plan. Become strategic. Become strategic because you are wired for success. So develop that strategic plan. And what is the strategic plan? The strategic plan is minuscule, minute goals that you would set that would take you closer to fulfilling your vision, to maximizing your potential. So develop strategic plans and develop the strategic plan where you can have SMART goals, okay? So you develop the strategic plan where you have the SMART goals. And when we say SMART goals, we mean it must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be achievable, it must be realistic. Hello, it must be realistic and it must be timely. All right. So why are you developing the strategic plan? The strategic plan is to help you to take bite-sized pieces of the big vision. And as you take bite-sized pieces of the large vision, you are moving closer and closer to maximizing your potential. You're moving closer and closer to actualizing your vision. And so the SMART goals, the little minuscule SMART goals that should be specific, should be measurable, should be achievable, should be realistic, and should be timely, that is going to encourage you, because if you have SMART goals for each week and you look back and you realize that those are measurable, they're achievable. Yes, I can do this. For example, say you're writing a book. One of your visions is to get this book done so that you can impact the world. One of your SMART goals could be in your strategic planning. It could be, I will write a chapter of this book per week. So that writing of that chapter becomes your SMART goal for the week. And so it's a SMART goal. So it's specific. I will write a chapter. It's measurable. It's achievable. It's realistic, and it's timely. So at the end of the week, on Saturday, as you reflect on your journey of maximizing your potential, of writing your book, and this is just an example, at the end of the week, it's like, yes, I wrote the chapter. Why? Because it was a SMART goal. It was measurable. It was realistic. You know, you don't want to say, oh, I want to write a book and I want to write it in a week. And then you fall on your expectations and you get discouraged and you quit. So one of the things that really helps us to stay on task, pressing towards maximizing our potential, is when we have SMART goals, those bite-sized goals in our strategic plan, and that will move us forward and closer to maximizing our potential. And so at the end of the week, when you realize, yes, I did write that chapter, maybe I have to go back and tweak it, but at least I did it. That is going to spur you on and saying to you, yes, you can do this. And so it gives you encouragement. It gives you inspiration. It increases your desire to push forward. Okay. So it's so important to have the strategic plan and to write that out, map it out. Your strategic plan is like your GPS. It's saying to you, okay, this is the step. This is the next step. And so you celebrate the journey. Somebody type in, I am going to celebrate the journey. And so a lot of times we want to wait until we arrive at the place of maximizing potential. We want to wait until we arrive to where everyone is reading our books or whatever your dream is, whatever your vision is. We want to wait until we reach that place to have fun and enjoy our life. I say no, no, no. Somebody write that in. No, no, no. I will enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Life is not a destination. Life is a journey. And so you enjoy the journey. And so as you enjoy the journey, the enjoyment will give you energy to go all the way to the finish line. You know, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And so as you accomplish these minuscule goals in your strategic plan, that brings joy. Joy of knowing that, hey, I'm on the journey, I'm on my way, I have accomplished something. And that joy is going to give you strength to push forward, to push through to the finish. Wow. Somebody just type in the chat, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to maximizing my potential. Yes, you can. Yes, you will. And that's, I just gave you a declaration, right? Yes, you can. You were wired for this. You were wired for this. You can do this. It's inside of you. And all you need to do is to take the steps that I've given you to help you to bring that out, to actualize it by first self-discovery. And then as you do the self-discovery, the introspection, you become self-aware. Hey, I have these giftings. And so then you take the passion that you have discovered through self-awareness and cause that passion to identify your giftings and hone in on one of those giftings and develop it in such a way that it becomes a skill. And as you have that skill, you are ready to present yourself to the world. And so before you do that, you have to have a vision, because a skilled person that is on display, a lot of people will be trying to create their own vision for you. So you have to have your vision. So make sure you have your vision. And don't take anybody else's vision. Take the vision that you have carved out for your life. And so you hone that vision. You have your strategic plan, because the strategic plan is your GPS. It's going to tell you how you're going to arrive at your destination, which is your vision, how you will arrive to maximizing your potential. Wow. I sense right now that someone, not just someone, a whole lot of you are getting excited, because I'm actually literally giving you a toolkit of how you can get up from where you are, get up from that stagnant place and become a success, the success that you really are. But when you get up and you follow these steps, you actually experience success. You will live success. You will be the story. Yes, you will. You will be on display for the world to see. Hey, if I can do it, you can do it. And so in your strategic plan, you need to be aware of your bandwidth. And when I say bandwidth, I mean be aware of your capacity and be aware of your limits. That gift that you have inside of you that you have made a skill, where what's your bandwidth? What's your radius? Where were you meant to function in that? What's your functionality radius? Wow, write that down. What's your functionality radius? Are you called to operate in your region, in your town, in your state, in your nation or in your world? And so you have to come to grips and answer that question. Am I called to function and maximize my potential to the world or to a region or to my nation? And so your passion is going to answer that question for you. It all depends. The level and intensity of your passion will determine the level of your capacity. What do I mean by that? If you have great passion, honey, you are going to impact the world, right? So we see people like Tiger Woods. He had great passion. So he would push himself with golf. And now, hey, he's known all over the world. So your level of passion is going to determine your scope, your reach. Okay? So if you want to widen your reach, widen your passion. Because your passion, remember we said, your passion is your driver. And your passion is going to push you to hone that skill, to hone that, and to sharpen it, and to fine tune it, and to make it become the best. And so your level of passion is going to determine your reach, your scope. Who are you going to impact? It's going to determine your bandwidth and your capacity. And next, you got to work that plan. You got to work the plan. So after you've had the vision, you carved out the vision, your mission, and you develop your strategic plan, you got to work that plan, baby. You got to work that plan. It's not going to fall on you like ripe cherries from a tree. Like, hey, let me sit under this tree and let the ripe cherries fall on me. No, no, no. You got to get up and pick the cherries for yourself. You got to get up and work the plan. And guess what? The bigger your vision, sometimes the longer it takes to materialize and manifest. And so that's why you need to have the strategic plan and have these small goals, because when you have these small goal settings, it's going to help you to have strength for the journey. All right. But you got to work the plan. Every day you get up, work the plan, work the plan, work the plan. Somebody type that in. Every day I get up, I got to work the plan. I got to work the plan. I got to work the plan. This takes work. Hello. It takes work. Okay. And so with working the plan, you have to have a growth mindset. Have a growth mindset. So don't have a fixed mindset. What does a growth mindset mean? A growth mindset means that you are going to erase forever. Somebody say erase forever the word can't from your vocabulary. So no more saying I can't. I can't. Can't is an excuse word. And we are not in the zone of excuses anymore. Hey, we are on our way to fulfilling our potential. No more excuses. And because we have no more excuses, we don't have the word can't anymore in our vocabulary. So have a can-do mentality. I can do this. I can do all things because your creator is strengthening you. Your creator has given you the giftings, so you can do all things. So have a growth mindset. Have a can-do mindset. I can do this. And that is going to push you and spur you along. Okay, so with the growth mindset, you have to be intentional. Ooh, somebody type in intentionality. I will be intentional. And so the longer the process of you that it takes for you to fulfill your potential and reach to that place where you know that, hey, I have actualized myself, you have to be intentional. And so there's the law of intentionality. What is intentionality? What does intentionality mean? It means that you have to be deliberate. You have to be deliberate. You have to be determined to finish. You will finish. You will actualize. You will become the person that you were created and put on this planet to become. And nobody is going to stop you. Because guess what? Your creator has given you permission. And so if he gave you permission, all you need to do is to get up and work the plan, work the plan, work the plan, work the plan. And so to help you work that plan, you must be intentional. You have to be intentional. And so with intentionality, I consider intentionality as a building, and intentionality needs pillars to stand on. And one of those pillars that helps intentionality to continue throughout the whole gamut of your journey is words. You have to support intentionality with words. I will, I can, I will get up and write the next chapter of that book. I will get dressed and get ready and position myself to up-level myself. I will do self-development. I will. So you have to help intentionality by using words, and you have to be consistent. You got to be consistent, baby. Every day, every day. Have the routine. Do it because you are on your way to becoming great. Oh my goodness. Somebody just type that in the chat. I am on my way to becoming great, and nobody can stop me. You are unstoppable. Yes, you are. Yes, you are unstoppable because you have the giftings, and you have turned that gifting into a skill, and you have written your vision, and you've written it on the wall, and you're declaring and decreeing. So you're using words to push you forward. You have the growth mindset. You're positive. There's no can't in your vocabulary anymore. And you're intentional. So you got to use words to support intentionality. You got to be consistent, and you got to be focused. So no one is going to distract you and take you off your focus. You are focused, and you're well on your way to you becoming great, to you maximizing your potential. Wow. Intentionality fuels your passion. So the fuel, it's like a car at the gas pump. Intentionality. Fill yourself up with some intentionality, and that is going to fuel you and push you forward one step closer to actualizing and maximizing your potential. I am Leonora Colley. I am your motivator. I am your inspirer. And I'm here to say to you, today is the beginning of the best days of your life. Get up from where you are, from that place of stagnancy, dormancy, and inactivity. Arise now, arise today, and begin to change your life by self-discovery, self-awareness, unearthing and coming to face with your passion, and allow your passion to show you your giftings, and then take the time and the discipline, the self-discipline to get up and make that gift into a skill. Write the vision plan, write the mission statement. Oh yes, you will. And get the strategic plan, those small goals, have the growth mindset, and keep pushing because you are wired for success. It's all over you. Other people are seeing it. Go in front of the mirror and begin to decree and declare, I am wired for success. Type that in the chat. And I know that your best days are ahead of you. Today is the beginning of the best days of your life. I'm Leonora Colley, and I am your success coach.
Important to you in order to make someone else happy? Have you ever given up your voice? Have you ever dimmed your light so that others were not offended by your brilliance? My name is Star Babatun, and I believe that every time you speak, it's a performance, and every place you speak is a stage. I am a public speaking and storytelling coach, and I love to work with speakers and coaches and small business owners who want more clarity in their message, more structure in their content, and more confidence in their delivery. I take 30 years of experiences on stage in order to help them give dynamic performances every stage they take, every time they speak. But there was a time when I avoided the stage. There was a time where I gave up my light. I gave up my voice to make someone else happy. So from the time I was like 7 years old, right, I was an actress. So think of it, limousines, Hollywood parties, celebrities. This was my life and I loved it. I did stage plays, I did television, I did commercials, after school specials, right? I did it all. And I had a great time and things were looking up for me. But at the point in my life where I had the most success, there was something else going on in my household. There was tension, there was hostility. And I didn't know what was going on, but you know, being a teenager and being an actress, I naturally assumed that the world revolved around me, didn't it? And so I figured if there were problems in my household, then it must be my fault. I concluded that the problems in my home were a result of my success, that I was shining too brightly. And so when I turned 18 years old, I said, that's it, I'm done. I'm never taking the stage again. I'm never standing in the spotlight. I took my gifts, my talents, I put them in a box, I taped them up and I put them on the shelf and I left them there for 25 years, 25 years. That is a lifetime. But, you know, in the meantime, I went on to have a pretty good life, right? I got married, I had some kids, I became an attorney. Life was pretty good. But there was always that something. Have you ever experienced that where you just feel like something is not quite right, like something's missing, like you are not doing all that you were put here to do. You are not living up to your potential. This is what I felt and it nagged at me. But I wasn't willing to do anything about it. Look. I got a kid. I got a nice job. I'm working 6 figures as an attorney. We got a mortgage. You know, we have benefits. We have things in place. I was not ready to mess that up. It's funny. Les Brown says that when you are too afraid to make a move in your life, sometimes life will move on you. And in the span of a year, life moved on me. In the span of a year, my father passed away. My marriage fell apart and my job went away. It's like everything just fell apart and there was nothing left. I felt dejected. I felt rejected. I felt lost. And right during that time, a friend of mine invited me to a personal development seminar, like I wanted to go to one of those. I did not. I was in my misery, excuse me, and enjoying myself. You know, you ever get yourself, you're like, I am determined to be upset. And I was just in it. I was just soaking in my self-pity. But she convinced me to go. And so I went. And I'm telling you, it changed everything. So it was in Aspen, Colorado, right? Outside. So we're all sitting outside and I am watching these amazing speakers go across the stage. I mean, Brian Tracy was there, Michael Gerber was there, Jack Canfield, Barbara DeAngelis, all of these amazing speakers going across the stage. And I remember sitting there thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to be on the stage. But look, it wasn't just that they were on the stage. What intrigued me was what they were doing to the audience, the way they were impacting the audience. I'm like, that is what I want to do. And I decided right there on that mountaintop that that's what I was going to do, that I was going to be a speaker and trainer. And it was about that time that I remembered that's what I used to do. I used to be on the stage. How did I get so far removed from my first love? How did that happen? I don't know, but that's when I decided, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And, you know, Johann Goethe says that when one decides, providence moves. And what he meant by that is that when you make a commitment, I mean an absolute commitment with heart and soul, things start moving in the universe to bring you exactly what you want. You've experienced this. You make a decision about something and suddenly you get just the right phone call you need. Well, that is what happened to me, because right after I made this decision to go back onto the stage comes world-renowned motivational speaker, Les Brown. Now, I gotta admit, I didn't know who Les Brown was, but baby, I was about to find out. Les got up on that stage and he just blew my mind. He got up on that stage and he had a private conversation with me. I know, there were 2,000 other people in the audience, but the man had a private conversation with me. And he said, Star, are you done? He said, are you finished hiding your gifts? Are you finished, denying your voice? Are you done dimming your light? And are you ready to reclaim your voice and to be the star that you were born to be? And after 25 years of hiding and denying, after 25 years of not living in my own skin, not using my own voice, I said, yes, I am ready. And that is when I started my journey back to the stage. Now, I ended up working with Les and training with Les and traveling with him. I became his personal assistant. I actually ran his speaker training program and his Monday night motivational call for many years. And from there, I went on to, become the #1 trainer in a national training company. And it was all about, I became #1 in terms of sales and performance, but really what all of that was about was reclaiming me, reclaiming my gifts, reclaiming my voice, reclaiming my talent, and doing the thing that I was born to do. And you might know a little something about that, right? You might know a little something about giving up who you are or what's important to you in order to make someone else happy, or maybe you gave it up because you didn't think that you had what it takes. Well, I'm going to invite you to reclaim your voice. Reclaim your voice, because that will give you the ultimate success. And here are 3 things that you can do. First of all, or 3 lessons that I learned from my experience. The first of all is you cannot dim your light enough to make another person shine. You can't do it. Right? I gave up my dreams. I put my gifts and my talents in a box and put them on the shelf in hopes that it would bring peace in my family. Guess what? It didn't work. It didn't work. I made this ultimate sacrifice, but there was still tension and things going on in my family, right? The sad truth is that it didn't work. Sacrificing my dreams did nothing to bring peace to my family, And if I were to ask myself, was it worth it? That's a tough one, because honestly, who I am today is based on everything that I have gone through, right? So was it worth it? I'm here. I like who I am now, but I'll tell you this, if I had the chance to do it again, I wouldn't give up my voice. I wouldn't give up my dreams. See, because here's the deal. I thought that I was responsible for my family's happiness. That's what I thought. Any of you ever have that where you feel responsible for other people's happiness? And it took me years to find out I'm not responsible for you. I'm not responsible for anyone's happiness but my own. I was reading a book by Abraham Hicks, and it said that one of the principles that stuck out to me was that you cannot be poor enough to make a poor person rich, right? You cannot be sick enough to make a sick person well. You cannot be unhappy enough to bring happiness to someone else. They've got to do that themselves. And I take that to also mean that you cannot dim your light enough to make another person shine. That is their responsibility. Their happiness is their responsibilities. Their ability to shine their own light, to stand in their own spotlight, that's their job. That's their choice. The second thing I learned is that it's never too late It is never too late to be the person that you were born to be. It's never too late. You know, I made these decisions about my life as a very young person. I didn't know any better. I gave that up, but I was able to reclaim my space on stage. You know, the things that I do now when I work with speakers and trainers and I get them to use their voices and I get them to speak with more clarity and I get them to tell their stories. I love this. I am back where I should be. And yes, it took me 25 years. It took me 25 years. This is a lifetime. That's how long it took for me to get back on the stage. But baby, I am back. I have reclaimed my voice 25 years later, and I'm living a life that I love. So I say to you, it's never too late to reclaim your voice for the ultimate success. And the last thing I learned in that experience is that you've got to share your voice. You have got to share your talents and your gifts, right? And you're not just doing it for yourself. It's important to do for yourself, but you're not just doing it for yourself. You are doing it for those you are here to impact. Does that make sense? Because I believe that each of us is here for a purpose, and that purpose is to be a positive influence in the lives of other people. That's what we're here for. That's the biggest honor that any of us has. And I'm not saying that we are responsible for other people's happiness. I already talked about that. But we are responsible for doing everything we can and putting our gifts out there because someone is waiting to hear that. Someone needs to hear that. When I was on that mountainside in Aspen, Colorado, at the bottom of my life, there were 12 speakers on that stage those 2 days. 12 of them, the best speakers in the country, were on that stage, but there was only one. There was only one who spoke to me. There was only one who had the ability to connect with me. And that one changed the trajectory of my life. Just that one. So you might look around and say, well, that person's doing the same thing I'm doing, and that person's talking about the same thing I talk about. You might look around and you might see some competition, and I'm telling you, don't let it stop you, because someone is out there waiting on a mountaintop in Aspen, Colorado for only your voice. And the longer you wait, the longer you deny your gifts, the longer you hide out, the longer that person suffers. So you want to use your voice. You want to reclaim your voice if you need to reclaim it, but you want to do it now because someone, somewhere is waiting to hear your voice. My name is Star Babatun. I am a storytelling and presentation coach, and my desire, my joy is helping speakers, entrepreneurs, small business owners embrace their inner light and be the star speakers that they were born to be. I thank you for your time.
Who is struggling to get past the 6 or 7 figure mark. The number one reason businesses aren't able to grow is because of broken marketing and sales systems. The marketing and the sales are the lifeblood of the business, and if that system is working, even the most unlikely crappy products and services can make millions. I'm Amy Walker, and I have helped thousands of companies defy the odds and grow their revenues by $25,000, $50,000, $100,000. I do this by finding and fixing the holes in their sales and marketing systems. In this process, I've developed what I call my sales and marketing GPS. This process has been the key for thousands of people in discovering what has been holding them back from reaching their revenue goals in their business and giving them tangible steps on how to move forward. The best part about this GPS tool is it's free and it takes most people about 10 minutes or less to complete. So stop spinning your wheels, working too hard to get
real estate, make money, build wealth, get rich and be a millionaire. My top student made $1.2 million on one deal from what I taught him about investing in real estate. Another student made $400